What's up, Happy Gamers? I'm Happy, the Happy Gamer, and welcome to Happy Hour. It's the happiest time of your week. It's the happiest time of my week because I actually get to do a happy hour without Jada interrupting me. Guys, I'm glad you've been enjoying the Jada videos. I don't even know where that idea came from. I was just like, I was at work one day and I was just like, I don't know, it just kind of poofed in there. I hope it's a good idea. I hope you guys aren't just trying to be nice. But basically, well, I'm not going to tell you why I make the Jada videos. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. But there's a reason I make the Jada videos. But they're fun. They really are fun. And those are like the first videos that I've ever actually written a script for. Guys, my happy hours and everything like that, those are all done off the cuff. Like, I don't sit down and write a script. Sometimes I have like topics that I want to cover, but it's not usually like they're never detailed or anything. It's just like I go through them. Right now I don't have anything, so if I sound kind of jumbly, that's why. It's just kind of one of those randomness things, you know, randomness. Anyway, it's been a while since I did a happy hour, and just kind of want to update you guys on what I've been doing. What's been up, what's been going down, what's been going on, what's been going up, what's been going... No more directions. Might get a little too weird. First things first, guys, I've been playing a lot of video games. Oh my gosh, have I been playing video games. Destiny 2 came out and I played it for like, I don't know, like 3 weeks straight, non-stop, losing sleep like nobody's business. I mean, I'm talking like I was staying up till like 3 o'clock in the morning and then waking up at 6 for work. It was terrible, it was bad. Somehow, during all of that, I lost weight. I don't know if it's because I was so stressed out because I wasn't getting enough sleep or what. But anyway, I really loved the game. The biggest thing that I loved about it was being able to play with my friends. And we went through the raid and all. It was just a great experience. Now, it's not a great experience anymore. And if you've been keeping up with it or if you play it, you know what I'm talking about. You just reach a point in Destiny 2 where it's like, why go back? You know, it got to the point where we were running the raid several times and I was not getting anything whatsoever that I actually needed. This is game stuff. For you guys that don't care about games, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it for a second. We're in the middle of video game season, people. That's just how these things go. But anyway, that's why I haven't played that in a while. But man, oh man, I got Super Mario Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins, and I love both of them. Man, do I love both of them. Super Mario Odyssey, I've already beaten the main story. Of course, there's 800 moons that you have to get. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just don't listen to me and fast forward 30 seconds or so. But you have to get 800 moons to actually get the full ending to the game, and that's going to take me forever. But I'm going to do it. I promise you I'm going to do it. But man, it's the best Mario since Mario 64. And I want to say something about nostalgia here in just a minute, but I'm going to say something about Assassin's Creed first. Assassin's Creed Origins, one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds to date. No joke. And I know that a lot of people would say, you know, it's good, but it's not Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you know, or it's good, but it's not Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you know, it's just not, there's never gonna be anything like that. Well, of course not, you know? Like, I want to say something about nostalgia concerning, like, this whole thing right here with Assassin's Creed and then Super Mario Odyssey. Most people are gonna be like, okay, there's never gonna be anything better than Super Mario 64, or, you know, maybe your favorite wasn't Mario 64, but that's the standard, really, for Mario games now. And also with Assassin's Creed, a lot of people will say, there's never going to be an Assassin's Creed like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And what made Brotherhood so great was that it took Assassin's Creed 2, which was the best in the series. It was, of course, the second game in the series, but it took the original idea and just made everything a whole lot better. And then Brotherhood made that a whole lot better. And that's why Brotherhood really is considered to be the best Assassin's Creed game. While I really, really loved Brotherhood, I can't just say that it's the best Assassin's Creed game. And I'll tell you why. Because I would be basing it mostly on nostalgia. And what happened when Brotherhood came out is I started playing Brotherhood, And I got into it, and I started realizing, oh my gosh, this is so much better than Assassin's Creed 2. This is so much better than my previous awesome experience. And in my head, in my heart, I was like, this is the best experience I've had with Assassin's Creed. And now I try to top like that experience, not based necessarily on quality of game or anything like that, but I try to top that experience with another game. Of course you can't top that experience, especially when you like go down the road and you're thinking, you're like looking at nostalgia now. It's like, you can't top nostalgia. You just can't. You can't beat nostalgia. Now, if you take nostalgia out of the picture, just completely out of the picture, then, and if most people did that, then Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood would probably not be on the top list. And I'll tell you why. Because this game series has improved so much since then. With content, gameplay, and all of that. I mean, story, it's just improved so much. Graphics, everything has improved. So you can't necessarily say that an older game is the best game just because of the experience that you had playing it. Because what usually happens now is you're like, you pick up Super Mario Odyssey and you go into Super Mario Odyssey and you're like, let's see if this is better than Mario 64. Well, of course it's better than Mario 64. Everything about it is better, but it won't beat the nostalgia. Now, nostalgia can't be used to critique a game, and now it's like all game critics, they're like reviewing everything based on the nostalgia that they had whenever they were 10 years old playing a really awesome 64-bit game, you know? I didn't know this was going to be all about video games. I'm sorry. It's just what I'm thinking about right now, so you're just going to have to deal with it. If you don't play video games, I hope that you are still interested in everything that I have to say right now. But this is just like my argument that I have with most game critics now, is that they're basing everything off the nostalgia of one of their really early childhood experiences. And you just can't do that, because then you just end up giving games low scores simply because you didn't like it as good as the game that you played 20 years ago that clearly isn't as good as the one you're playing now because of advancements in technology, even financial advancements that game companies have made and the things that they're able to do now. Like, quality of game has increased since 1990 or, whenever, obviously. Anyway, that's my whole spiel on that. To say that, I will say this. Assassin's Creed Origins right now is one of my top favorite Assassin's Creed games. If I'm like leaving nostalgia out completely, it's probably number 2. Because Black Flag for me was one of the best Assassin's Creeds, and I can leave nostalgia out of that experience and just still say that it's an incredible game because I absolutely love that game. It's like either tied for first or in second place, Assassin's Creed Origins. And then Super Mario Odyssey, best Mario game I've ever played, if I leave nostalgia out of it. Best Mario game I've ever played. And now I'm to see if I can get my wife to play it. And you can think about like Breath of the Wild, like Zelda Breath of the Wild too. Of course, Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game ever made. But most people would think about nostalgia and be like, it's not the best one ever made because it didn't match my experience that I had with Ocarina of Time. And I would say, yeah, nostalgia weighs heavy on Ocarina of Time because that was an incredible experience, but it's not the best game ever made. Have I made my point yet so we can get off the game subject already? I'm looking at my audio recording right now. I have spent 10 minutes talking about video games. This is absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're watching Happy Hour to like find out what's been going on in my life, like, get in touch with me on a personal level, and all I'm doing is talking about video games, but that's what's going on in my life right now. So anyway, other than that, I've been super, super busy with a lot of stuff, obviously. Like, sometimes I get tired of saying that I'm busy, but it's just the truth. I'm just a busy guy. Got lots of places to be, got lots of people to talk to please, to satisfy. I'm just one of those people, I guess. I don't know. It's just how it goes. I'm going to see Thor today. The day that you're watching this, I'm pretty sure is the day that I'll be going to see Thor. But I'm going to see it today, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We're going to see it with my wife and some of our friends. Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so good. If you've seen it, don't you dare spoil anything for me. I will take my computer screen, and I will throw it into the camera, and you will feel it. It will bruise the inside of your thighs. back to video games just for 1 second. I did pre-order Battlefront 2, and that's because I played the beta, and it was an awesome experience. I mean, the environments in that game are stunning. It's ridiculous. The environment, it just looks so like I'm in Star Wars. I'm nerding out right now. Hardcore nerd. But I did pre-order it, and can't wait for it to come out. It's not long now, really. And the loot boxes thing, like microtransactions, guys, I don't care about microtransactions as long as it doesn't like alter the gameplay quality. Like in the way of with Battlefront 2, if loot boxes do end up making it so that other players can be better than you if they spend more money than you, then yeah, I mean, that alters gameplay quite a bit. But if loot boxes are there for cosmetic purposes, or if loot boxes are there and they do give you some kind of gear that helps you, but still you can earn better gear in game, like that makes sense too, you know? Like Shadow of War, for instance. A lot of people were up in arms about Shadow of War's loot boxes and the microtransactions in there, and it ended up being that you really don't have to spend any money to actually be good in the game. Like, at all. You don't have to spend any money. It's just there in case you want to, so that you could just speed up your progress. Like, so you don't have to actually farm gear, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Man, this is a nerdy happy hour. What's up, nerdy gamers? I'm Nerdy, the Nerdy Gamer, and welcome to Nerdy Hour. It's the nerdiest time of your week. Guys, every time I try to wink, it's just bad. I end up blinking both eyes. I'm not good at it. I need to stop. Anyway, guys, I will continue playing Hat in Time. That's the game I'm playing right now. It's the only game I'm going to do on the channel right now. It just makes things easier for me. If you want to watch it, great. If you don't want to watch it, great. Do whatever you're doing. They're getting, you know, okay views. It doesn't matter, though. I'm going to do it. So there. Guys, tell me in the comments what you've been up to for the last month, since we haven't really talked a whole lot. Tell me what you've been up to. What have you been doing? Tell me what your thoughts are on everything that I said about the video games if you're a gamer. Chances are if you're visiting this page, you're some kind of gamer. But if you aren't, what do you think about everything I said? If you are, what do you think about everything I said? If you don't know, what do you think about everything I said? But tell me what you've been up to, who you've been locking lips with, you know, who you've been skedaddling around town with, skipping around and frolicking in the grass and stuff with. What have you been eating for lunch or dinner? What have you been reading? What have you been watching? What have you been playing? Come on, tell me, guys. Talk to me. Tell me what you've been up to. I know you've been up to something. You're always up to something, and it's good. That kind of sounded like our president a little bit. I know you've been up to something. Bring me that outro. Alright, guys, I like this video, and if you like the video, please leave me a like, and I would like that. Talk to me in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to stay happy, and of course, I will see you next time.